Yeah. Hell yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, yo, yo.
What's up, fellas?
Family?
Going on? How y'all doing?
Welcome back to another episode of Sparring Minds with your boys. I'm Hightower.
I'm Sam Little.
It's the chef, Mr. Main Topic.
You already know, man. Charlie Hustle, aka Charles Jones.
Yes, yes, yes. So I opened up the episode with a little bit of Dre.
Yeah.
His classic debut album, The Chronic. For those that don't know, man, it just finally launched on all streaming platforms. So if you ain't got it or you ain't had it, you can go get it and listen to it now, man. Classic material.
Classic cut.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
Top 5 album ever?
Nah.
You can make an argument for it.
Easily you can make an argument for it.
It would be
Not
a silly
my top
argument.
5.
It'll be a silly argument. You could make one.
No, it's in my top 10. It's not my top 5.
I'd say 12-ish.
Wow.
Like 7 for me.
12-ish.
It's 12-ish. Maybe we got to talk about that. We got to just kind of go through them because I'm not.
We'll come back to that.
I can't see it being top 10.
Wow.
It's in that area, though. Salute to Dre.
You're wild.
Salute. There's a video, speaking of that real quick, not to jump off subject, but Diddy just released a video on Fat Joe's a podcast or something he did online on Instagram, almost confirming the battle between him and Dre as far as the next verses that might be coming. So Diddy versus Dre might be coming up.
Yeah, I'm ready for that.
Yeah, that's gonna be serious. That's gonna be serious.
Yeah. You know, I wouldn't be shocked if he would be trying to get something like that on Revolt.
That's probably what the holdup is, if there is one.
Because if Babyface and them did that to the end, that you can only imagine what Dre and Puff would do. So yeah. So sorry about that. I had to get that in there real quick.
No, let me touch on that real quick. Because I thought we heard at the end of the Babyface Teddy Riley joint, we heard Dre talking to Teddy about that, and he said it wasn't really up his alley. So now I'm a little surprised by this announcement.
Yeah. I mean, you never know. You know what I'm saying? Things could change or whatever. You know what I mean? People be in there. The thing with those two is that they both have teams around them that have kind of like helped them. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as Dre and Puff. So yeah, that would be one for the culture.
Well, let's wait for it to come up, but then we'll go into it, right? I mean, we start talking about who would win that and what songs they're going to play, so I guess we'll wait for it to actually be official.
Oh, for sure.
Sounds like a good one.
So how y'all been handling this quarantine, man?
It's killing me. I need to get outside. I need to go do something. But yeah, it's getting me right now. I'm a substitute teacher. I'm not getting paid enough for this shit. I can't do it. I mean, this homeschooling kids, it's not. I'm not cut out for it. You know, I know Zoe can't wait to get back to school. I know she can't wait to get back to school.
Yeah, we got to shout out all the teachers in the city, man, who's going through it, and just throughout the country, actually. Matter of fact,
All the teachers.
It's an amazing thing we're going through right now. So,
Mm-hmm.
Only thing I'm missing is my barber.
Who?
My barber.
Word up. That's real. That's real, brother.
Your boy is hurting out here. Look at this. This is crazy.
Nah, you good. You're not on that Emmanuel Lewis yet. You're not on that level yet.
I'm good because I'm in the crib.
Yeah,
I'm good because I'm in the crib.
You know what's funny about that is that my barber texted me yesterday, like, yo, Chuck, when you coming through? We're in Florida, so our barbershops are still open down here.
Yeah.
I didn't close nothing.
He's like, yo, what time you need? I'm like, nah, brother. Nah, I ain't coming through yet.
I ain't fucking with Florida. Y'all got beaches open and all types of shit. Nah.
It's ridiculous, dog.
Gotta kick Florida out.
Yeah, it's a whole mess, man.
Yeah.
So what else y'all doing this weekend, man?
This weekend, low key. Yeah, this weekend, pretty low key. I've just been looking forward to The Last Dance, which comes on tonight. That's pretty much
Yeah.
in the you know what I mean highlight of my week. Oh, I'm sorry, in the NFL draft. Been checking up to see what Patriots are doing. You know, Bills. You kind of never know what he's doing, but they got a kicker. They got a lot of defense. They really focused on defense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was happy to see it.
They got a Division II player with their first pick.
Yeah. It's supposed to be all right. You know, we'll see. Jones, what up?
You know, my Raiders are going to get the wide receiver I wanted. You know, so we good out west, man. You know, so it's a good time. I don't really trust Gruden, but we're gonna see how it works out. So that's always great. And then our man Jameis looked like he's signing with New Orleans, right? So that's a big deal too.
Who?
Oh, yeah.
Jameis Winston looked like he's signing a backup deal with New Orleans.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah, just came across the wire today.
Wow. Okay.
Came across the wire, so you know, I'm excited for.
You know, he sit back there and back up what Brees is over there, back him up for maybe a year or two.
Yeah, back him up. They still got Taysom Hill down there. They just extended him out. So, you know, it's always good to see a black quarterback get on with a team, and so salute to him, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, salute.
Still waiting for
Will we
Cam.
even have a football season though this year?
I can't see it, but you know,
I think we will.
think so.
I mean, they canceled college football this year. There's not going to be any college football. That's already done.
Oh, I didn't hear that. Really?
Yeah. They already talking about that because I mean, right about now they'll be getting ready to go into training and stuff. I mean, and, you know, the summertime they're doing the summer classes, so they already canceled that.
Well, the difference between the pros and the colleges make their money on attendance.
Right.
So if ain't nobody there to see the game in person, they're not making any money.
Right.
So it's different for the pros though, because you know they don't make so much money off people being in the stands. They make it off everything else.
Yeah.
So they could actually still play a game and not affect everything like the college game would.
They're still making huge amounts of money off those TV deals too. So you got to wonder how that figures into everything. Whether they might consider playing with no fans in the stadium. You imagine all that kind of stuff still up on the air.
Yeah.
But we'll all tune in and we'll all learn together, I guess.
For sure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So what else we got before we get into this stuff? R&B, wrapping up. Music and Joe.
Oh shit, here we go.
We got a nail biter, y'all.
Yeah. I think Joe's up one vote, right?
I think it's like 33-32 or something like that.
Get out of here, man.
Close one.
Y'all get out there and vote, man. Get some votes up.
Yeah, vote, man. Vote, yo. Either way, vote for either side. Don't even matter. You can vote for whoever you want to. Because the same person is going to win. You know what I mean? The same person's going to win, so it don't matter who you vote for. Vote for both. You know what I mean? Do what you got to do, dog. Y'all should vote. You know what I'm saying? I need y'all three to vote.
Come on,
help
man.
me. Sorry, eliminated all y'all. Y'all might as well help me win anyways.
I can't wait to be over this shit, man.
Yeah, man. We got a new one coming up too, man. So look out for that one.
Yeah, we'll shut the voting down on this one tonight, right?
What's up?
We'll shut the voting down on this one tonight.
Yeah, we'll knock that out tonight. Get that over with.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Hype, real quick, we was kind of talking about the draft a few minutes ago, so I want to pitch it back to my man, Charlie Hustle. He's been drafting up some new copies. We got a new book coming out. What's going on, Charlie Jones? Can we get that we got a little pub or something? Come on, brother.
Yeah, man. So I appreciate that. As a matter of fact, the beginnings dropped, January of last year, and that, y'all was amazing and it's helping me push that project, and City was in a good light because of it, I felt like. So trying to come back again with the next book, Love of a Lifetime, Aftermath. And I just got that back from the editor on Friday. So we're going to make that available here coming up real quick. So that part is out. We're going to go ahead and move on with the next book, third book, and the fourth book going to drop all before the end of the summer. So got a lot of projects coming out, man. So I appreciate that little moment to talk about it. So we're going to get that out to y'all.
What's the cover looking like? I heard the cover was crazy though.
The cover? Yeah, so the cover for Aftermath was just my old hood. I grew up in Galvin Projects, you know what I mean, in Mattapan. And so I had to pay homage to the hood and pay homage to the people that's over there and pay homage to the city. So what better way to do that than to actually get my cover photo of the exact street where I grew up on. So shout out to those guys over there. Just the culture, the atmosphere of that neighborhood was so tremendous. Even though I probably didn't know the kind of things that was going on around it, I was just a kid, you know what I mean? But everybody that grew up there, shout out to Mitch, for homie. We was just kids over there playing kickball and four squares, and then blossom into grown men and keep that connection. It's always legendary. So shout out to the city, man.
Yes, sir. Shout out to my man Mitch Hercules.
Yeah, my man.
Yeah.
So before we get into this next topic, or today's topic rather, let me go ahead and cue it up real quick so y'all see what we're doing.
Very fitting.
Yo. Hell of a moderator, though. Yeah.
Oh my God. That's classic.
Hey, yo, with that, take us away, man. What we got?
Ooh. Oh, man. So, yeah, Hightower, my goodness, you are for moderator.
Best producer in the business, dog. Best one in the business.
Very
The main
fitting.
topic of the day is first night intimacy. So, if you have sex on the first night, we've all gone out on a date. You know what I'm saying? You may get lucky. Sometimes you may not get lucky. However it is, it shouldn't affect many things. But if you have sex on the first night, does that kill the vibe for a possible relationship? Or do you just want some, I'm doing my 1-2 and that's it? You know what I mean? Or how was the date? The vibe, you know what I'm saying? What led to it? So, we'll pass it on. I'm going to start from the bottom. Hightower. And then work, you know what I mean? Wait.
Thank you, man.
Oh, man.
Yeah. It was good.
You know what? I don't think I've ever had one, man. So I can't speak from experience to see how I will react, but I think it all depends on how the date went. Like if everything, the vibe's there and we're all clicking or whatever, and one thing leads to another, and we end up back somewhere. If the vibe of the date was dope, then sure, you get that second call. But at the same time, sometimes it is what it is. You just leave it where it's at. So you don't always got to pursue it if it ain't there. So for me, I wouldn't mind pursuing it still. It wouldn't change anything for me. But I can see it going one way or the other. But for me, it's all good. We can keep it going.
Okay.
Mirror time.
Bro, it's not a deal breaker. I mean, I've never had sex on the first date, nah. But it's not a deal breaker with me. I mean, if it happens, it happens. If it don't, it is what it is. I don't really have much experience on it. I might have to pass this one off to Chuck because
goes.
Capo, what's up?
So
Chuck, before you go.
Yeah.
Like I said, I haven't had any first dates.
Uh-huh.
Or those instances where they took place on the first night.
Right.
But I've definitely had second and thirds.
Okay.
And
yeah.
Just put it out there, man.
Yeah. Y'all, I got mixed up with some interesting dudes in this adventure, man. Like, so first off, long time ago, right? Before marriage and before I met the perfect woman, right? Long time ago, I've embarked on these kind of things. You see what I'm saying? Where that first night might have been a little adventurous, right? And that immediately tells me that you're now outside of the wifey category, right? That immediately tells me that you fit comfortably into side chick arenas, right? It's just that's where you belong, because you're showing me from the gate that exclusivity, uniqueness, all those things that we care about in a relationship don't matter too much to you when you're trying to figure out who you want to fuck, right? Because you don't know me for 3 hours, right? And I got you pinned up against the wall in the back of the room. So clearly you're not really the best decision maker. You're not really the kind of chick I need to be settling down with. So
Wait,
like we can fuck all you want. I can save your number on the Wednesday, and when that time comes back around, I'll call you.
Yo,
But
yeah. Wow.
you know, until you learn how to make better life choices, right? And stop
She chose you.
rules on the first night.
Chose you.
That's what. Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something real quick. This is real shit, right? And you'll never hear me say this again. And all the fans, put it on mute real quick. I don't want y'all to hear this either, right? This is just between us. I'm not Idris Elba, dog. Like, I'm not Denzel. I'm not them niggas. I'm not Morris Chestnut, right? So if you gave it up to me on the first night, I'm sure you gave it up to somebody else on the first night. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not the dope. I'm in the top 10, but I'm not the dopest nigga you ever met. You see what I'm saying? So, like, clearly you just out here like free lunch. You see what I'm saying? It didn't take much. I said a couple little lines to you. I might have dropped my voice an octave. I might have talked a little slower. I might have put an R&B track on. Now you're in my crib. Like, you don't make good decisions.
You definitely didn't put an R&B track on.
Yeah.
Wait. So you could have been on your A game that day.
Oh, I normally am, but that don't mean that my A game is better than anybody else's. So this chick don't know how to designate exclusive, important shit. Like, she's not that good of a decision maker. You see what I'm saying? I don't need that energy. And somebody I'm moving forward with long term in a relationship. Yeah, like I said, once a week, holler at me. But no, I can't see you bringing around a family and us building nothing. I can't see that.
Mm. Well, hey, I totally disagree.
You go right back.
Huh?
Yeah.
That's nothing new. You always disagree with me.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. In this case, I definitely believe that depending on the vibe of the date, how the date goes, I definitely believe that it could be more than just that. You know what I mean? And just like Sammy just said, I know my shit's, you know what I mean, Trump. So, it could possibly happen like that. You know what I'm saying? But I still may dig her vibe and how she is, regardless of getting that point. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I don't feel like, yeah, that's nothing to me. You know what I mean? Like, that part is nothing. I'm just talking about the overall vibe of her. I'm not looking at the P like the bonus. You know what I'm saying? Like,
why shouldn't the sexual experience? Listen, first off, for men, we're gonna knock down whatever comes across. For the most part, we're gonna knock it down. You know what I'm saying? But for women, you want something that's a little bit more exclusive. You want something that's a little bit more taken care of. You want something that's a little bit more, off limits to everybody. You see what I'm saying? And I just don't feel like she's valuing that sexual experience enough by giving it away on the first night. Now, again, that's not to say I'm not gonna take it, because I guarantee you I'm gonna hit it. You see what I'm saying? But it don't tell me that you're valuing that. You see what I'm saying? I might call you back later just to establish our weekly fucking routine. But I'm not gonna call you back later to kind of, hey, you want to go out to dinner, have dates? It ain't that no more. You ain't that.
So you don't think you can ever fall for somebody like that?
If I hit it the first day?
Yeah. I mean, if you're still calling her over and over time,
what are you calling her for?
Huh?
What are you calling her for?
You're calling her to fuck, but I mean, you could be calling her for anything. I mean, it is what it is, but you don't think you can fall for her over time. No. So you just fucking to be out here fucking.
The vibe of the first date dictates everything to me.
Yeah, you gave it to me the first day. That you told me who you are.
Wow.
Why is that wrong?
What's the difference between the first date and the fifth date?
Because that tells me that you've taken time to cultivate the relationship. It tells me that you've taken time to get to find out who the fuck I am. It tells me that you took the time to find out that I actually value you, right? And don't just see you as some fuck buddy. You took the time to help get this thing moving in the right direction. It wasn't just a one night.
But wait, but this is the first date.
It could be a facade. You could kill it after the 5th day too.
Yep.
You can kill after the 5th day too. What do you mean? Are you kidding me? I don't know what world you live in, cuz.
I look at it like this.
I don't know what world you live in, cuz.
I look at it like this, right? So we all come to an agreement that the level of activity in the bedroom plays a role in a relationship, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So rather than wasting time on second and third dates, you want to find out what's going on right away, right?
No, not necessarily.
Why not? Why is this any different?
So I think that, again, I guess I would be big on, we're talking about a relationship, right? The question was, do you want to move forward in a relationship with somebody like this? And so moving forward in a relationship, I need to be able to cultivate a friendship first. You see what I'm saying? To make sure that we can actually be around each other. You know what I mean? Sex is dope for 30, 45 minutes, an hour, you know, how many times per week? That's dope. But outside of that, you got to make sure that y'all can rock. And a chick that, in this case, I don't even know if I have that. We just got right to the fucking part. You see what I'm saying? So all I can do is I can't tell you your personality is dope. I can't tell you that you're dope in the community. I can't tell you that your morals and your values are legendary. All I can tell you is that you can take back shots like a champ. That's all I can tell you. And so we're gonna build on that. We're gonna build on how deep your throat is. We're gonna build on all the positions you can get in. But we ain't building on no relationship shit because you haven't shown me that path yet. What are we talking about? What are we talking about today? Can't just settle down with any old chick, man.
What was the conversation like on the date? I guess I'm missing that part. Are you thinking like you pick her up, take it to the spot, and then hit like right away? Because I don't mean that. I mean like going on an actual date, going out, having dinner, sitting down, talking, all that kind of stuff. So this is this is the end of the night. This is, you know what I mean? This isn't like you just pick her up. This is
like you had a little bit of a relationship.
You're acting in the end of the night, bro.
So I'm looking at this from the standpoint of me being out with the homies. We having some drinks at the bar, and there's a chick over at the bar, and we holler at her. You know what I mean? Yep. And then a couple hours later.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I am. Now, if we look at it from a case where I may have been calling her 3-4 weeks, a month and a half before ever linking up, just trying to work out the negotiations, getting together, going have dinner. We finally got together. I know her some.
Right.
That's a different case. That's a different case. Because again, the key there is that we're cultivating something. We're building something. You see what I'm saying? So if we've been building something over 4, 5, 6 weeks, okay. I guess I can understand why. But to me, that wouldn't really be a one night.
Okay, right. But it's still the first time you got everyone on a date. You know what I'm saying? It's the first time you ever went on a date.
But I know her.
Right, okay.
I know her. I know her.
Okay. I mean, these could show too, right? Like after a few times, it could just be like, that's it.
I care more, I guess is what I want to say about that. I care more because I actually been talking to her. I know how she moves, so I care more about it. So me just knocking her down on that night, I wouldn't just hit the exit button. You see what I'm saying? But if it's some chick I just met and I get hit the first night, I don't really value that.
All right. Of course. That's a different scenario.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
That's not a totally different scenario.
Yeah. So, no, I mean, in this case, you're talking about you was dating a chick for a while. You know what? Honestly, I would still expect her to tell me to wait. At least the second or third, fourth. I don't know. I'm from the older cloth where that kind of sexual experience should be valued a little bit. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I'd expect to wait. I'd expect to.
Okay. I mean, hey, nothing wrong. Height.
Man, I mean, if I'm hungry and dinner's being served, you know, I'm only saying no if the meal ain't presentable. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because you can't eat everybody's cooking. But I don't think it's a big deal, man.
But what makes you think this meal is presentable? Because of the 4 weeks you spent talking to her?
When
You don't know that. You really don't know that chick.
Yeah, but as time goes on, you will figure something out. Yeah, you're gonna see things as time goes on.
Such as what? What are you gonna see?
You can see anything. I mean, you can see you see a personality. You see, your likes, your dislikes. I mean, shit.
So you expect to know all that before you took on the first date?
I don't expect to know it all before I take it on the first date. Nah.
But that's what the scenario is saying, right? So what y'all just told me is that you've taken time over a couple of weeks to learn about her.
Right.
And now you finally got together to go on a date.
Right.
And you hit it that first night. So what Shane is saying to me is that he knows her now. And I'm like, I don't think you know that bitch. Even after those couple of weeks of conversation. I don't think so. People I've spoken to will be brand new when we see him in person.
Right, but I think that's the point of continuing towards a relationship because you're looking to know. At least me in my case, that's just how I'm thinking of it, and I'm speaking from experience also too. So that's how I'm like, listen, you know what I mean? For me, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, listen, sometimes it's possible.
I think it is, and it takes a lifetime to know people, man.
Well, just because it's possible don't mean that it's something I'm gonna have to value. Like I don't value it. Like I don't see this as a chick that I'd want to be with. Like, come on, you gotta make me work for it.
That's fair.
Nothing wrong with your opinion. Nothing wrong with your opinion. I mean, that's the way you value things. I mean, everybody's different.
We gotta put that in Sparring Minds man law, right? That if the chick don't make you wait at least 4, then she's just a side chick. You know what I mean? You call her on Tuesday and Thursday. That's her person. So I'm gonna draw up some man law for us so we can
those are the views of Charlie Jones and Charlie
only Charles Jones.
And only Charles Jones. FYI. Okay. Knock it off, guys.
That's why so many females be confused on their role, man. Because dudes just kind of let them get away with anything, acting like a side chick, but we still considering them as relationship type chicks. Man, you show me that you acting like a side chick, and
the caliber of the man. The caliber of the man is that's who that's on. The caliber of the man, what kind of person you are. That's what that's all about too, though.
Why?
You know what I mean?
So you expect the dude to be like, nah, I don't want to do that tonight.
No.
Let's wait. That's caliber of the man? Get the fuck out of here, man. What are you talking about?
Oh, man.
Come on. No dude in the history of life.
Yo, you never know. Yo, you never know. You never know, cuz. You never know, man.
Come on, man.
Yo, listen.
Are you saying you never turned it down before?
Who, me?
Chuck.
Yeah, I have. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that this is a case where if this is what we're really trying to build, right, that shouldn't be my top priority.
Okay.
Wherever is it on the list?
Probably 3, 2 or 3, 3 or 4.
That's pretty high on the list.
Well,
it ain't a priority.
Well, it's not a top priority. It's up there. It's important. I'm not saying it's not important, B. I'm saying there's other things that are important when you're trying to build. And that's the core of this conversation, is that when you're trying to build something, right? Should you all be fucking right off the top? I don't think that's the way. No, we need to kind of make sure that we have a great friendship. I need to make sure that your morals are right, your values are right, that we can intertwine in that way. I need to see how you treat your family. I need to see how you treat your friends. Yeah, okay, then I can need to be able to see how far your legs go back. But that's 3, 4, 5. That's we gonna get there. Trust me. We gonna learn all about it, right? It's just not the first thing I want to know. And if it's the first thing I know about you, that's all. I'm just tunnel vision. Like that's all I'm gonna consider you as. That's all.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. That's crazy.
Yo, y'all hit us in the comments. And y'all let us
know. I can multitask, cause you know what I'm saying. I can learn all of that and do the same thing. You know what I mean? So yeah,
I'm not good at that, man. If you show me who you are, I'm gonna believe you.
Yeah. Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Like, so y'all talking about. We were talking for weeks, right? What was we talking about during those weeks? Were we talking about fucking during those weeks? What was we talking about? All that time leading up to that date, what were we talking about? Now tell me what this is gonna be.
Nah, listen.
Why
Again, I don't know. It's bullshit, dog. Again, what's your conversation like, cuz? What are you talking about? It's like, come on, cuz. Stop it.
if we spend, like y'all told me, we spent 4 or 5 weeks leading up to this date. What are we talking about in these conversations, right? If we're talking about fucking, when I see you, I expect for you to be bent over. That's what it is, right? But if we're talking about,
What if you weren't talking about that though, cuz? What if you weren't talking about just fucking?
if you okay, well then so don't
Saying, like, what if you weren't?
if we haven't even been talking about that, right? We haven't even been talking about fucking. We're talking about, oh, you going to this church? That's dope. I want to go with you one day. If that's what we're talking about, when I first see you, keep that same energy.
Yeah, yeah.
Who you are. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That sexual energy. I don't know, brother. I don't know. I've seen it a whole different way than y'all are, man.
Definitely. Listen, I mean,
Yeah, you damn sure.
I'm not stressing the box. So that's why I can get to learn and conversate on who you are. Besides that, I'm not stressing the box. The box is not the number one thing for me because it's just, if it's been a part of your life, then you're not worried about it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You're focusing on the other things. So the box is not my number one priority, bro. You know what I mean? Come on, man. That's nothing. That's nothing. That's, you know what I mean? That's a watch.
I try to do a good job.
That's almost forgiving, guys. I'm just saying.
I try to keep things isolated. I try to keep things as clear as possible. You see what I'm saying? And I'm very good at putting things in boxes and leaving them the way they're supposed to be. If you show me that you about fucking on the first night, that's dope. Let's do it. But that's what we do. You see what I'm saying? If you show me that you're trying to build, then let's build. That's what we're gonna do. You see what I'm saying? That us building a relationship, that's all encompassing. That's gonna include that box. Nothing more needs to be said. But you just show me that you just, you came out straight out.
The sex is including the relationship too. What are you talking about?
That's not true. You just said the sex includes the relationship?
It's still included. So even if you're talking to each other while you're having sex, come on, dog, cut it out, man. Cut it out.
So, okay, but you just painting the picture that everybody you have sex with, you had a relationship with. That's the truth?
No. That's not what I said. That's not what I said.
That's what you just said.
That's not what I said, dog. That's not what I said. That's not what I said. I'm saying the nature of the relationship, not an actual boyfriend-girlfriend relationship.
Yeah, I mean, you got to build some type of relationship. Unless you hit
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, but it doesn't necessarily mean you're boyfriend and girlfriend. That's all. That's
no,
all
I see where you're at.
Correct.
No, I see what you're coming from.
Yeah, that's all, bro.
I understand that, but what I'm saying is that there are also other types of relationships, like a sexual relationship, right? Which is what we're talking about in this particular main topic. Because that's what this has transformed into for me. This is a sexual relationship. As soon as you came to me with that on that first date, this is now transformed into a sexual relationship.
Again, you have been building with her before that. Before you actually went on a date with her, just on that first night, that's what happened.
How much are you valuing the conversation that happened prior to that first date?
I'm valuing it from the
valuing mine because I know how mine is, so I'm good. I'm Gucci.
So when you're having those conversations, are you talking about family values and relationship core structure? And are you talking about that stuff during those 4 weeks?
Family
I don't think you talk about that right off the bat.
So you're not talking about nothing having to do with family. You're not talking about nothing having to do with relationships, right? So we are. You're talking about fucking it then. If you're not talking about nothing that has some merit to it.
We're talking about everything though. With the conversation is not limited to one thing. We're talking about everything.
So you're building by talking about Babyface and Teddy Riley. That's relationship building.
Stop.
What are we talking about? You're talking about
again, I said we're talking about everything. I said we're talking about everything.
Educate me. Like what? Like what?
Like what I like about her.
Get down to one thing in particular. I'm talking about everything, dog.
Nah, I don't get that. I don't do that. I don't talk to long time ago, long before Ring, long time ago. I don't talk to females about everything. For what? What are we doing? We either talking about sex, because that's what I want from you, or, well, that's really much like, what else are we talking about? Or we're building a relationship based on likes and mutual interests, right? So we're talking about, oh, I go to this church. Oh, this movie is dope. That's what we're talking about. And we're kind of building that way. It's one or the other to me. I don't mix it all together. I don't talk to chicks about, nah, I don't know. I don't know, brother. Y'all cut from a different cloth than I am. I don't need all that.
All right, well, we can carry this. We can continue this conversation in the chats tomorrow, y'all. So join us then. Little, you want to take us out?
Yeah. Let me get a little bit sappy. Let me go back into some William Shakespeare. Because I couldn't come up with something of my own, so I'm gonna go back to William Shakespeare. Based on this little topic here. When I first saw you, I fell in love with you, and you knew because you smiled. And that's how I'm going to leave out of here with William Shakespeare, with that little, maritime and so be it, And I do not agree with y'all.
Surprise.
I'm not. No.
Capo, my dog.
Mano, Morning, baby.
All right, let's get out of here, y'all.
Tomorrow at 11 o'clock, we here. Tomorrow at 11 o'clock.
Get them boats up. Boating's closed tonight. Get them boats up. Yeah. Love of a lifetime. Holla.
Part 2.